If you're a dog owner in Silverdale, you know that finding the right professional to help you out can feel, well, a little overwhelming. This is your complete guide to help you navigate that whole process so you can feel really confident you're picking the perfect training partner for your dog. I mean, living in Silverdale is pretty great, right? You've got all these amazing places to explore, like the Clear Creek Trail or the Silverdale Waterfront Park. Good training is really what makes those trips fun and relaxing for both of you. It helps make sure your dog can confidently handle anything that comes their way.
So before we even start talking about who to hire, let's just nail down the core idea behind what good modern dog training actually is.
Today, the gold standard is positive reinforcement. And the key here is that it's all about building trust. It's not just about giving out treats. It's about clearly communicating to your dog, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. This makes them want to learn because they're trying to figure out what gets them that reward. It's a team effort. And this is absolutely crucial. We're trying to build up good habits, not just stop bad ones. Any methods that use fear or pain can actually create brand new problems like anxiety or even aggression. And honestly, it can really hurt that special bond you have with your dog. Okay, so now we know the philosophy we're looking for. Let's get into how you can actually check a trainer's qualifications and see if they're a real pro. You're going to see a bunch of letters after trainers' names, but these are the big ones to look for. CPDT-KA means they've passed a tough exam on training theory. KPA comes from the Karen Pryor Academy, which is famous for its hands-on programs. And if you're dealing with something more serious, like major fear or reactivity, you'll want to find a behavior consultant from the IAABC. They've got specialized training for that. And this just says it all, doesn't it? It's one thing to love dogs. Lots of people do. But having these certifications shows that a trainer is serious about their education and stays up to date on the science of how dogs learn. All right, let's talk about the practical side of things. What should you expect to pay around Silverdale? And what are the different ways training is usually offered? As you can see, costs in Silverdale can vary quite a bit. A 6-week group class is often the most budget-friendly way to go for basic manners. Private lessons, one-on-one, cost more per hour, but they're completely customized for your dog. And then you get to the top end with board and train programs. They're a big investment for sure, and usually for dogs with some very specific or serious training goals. So which one's right for you? Well, it really depends on your goals. Group classes are awesome for puppies who need to socialize or for practicing skills around other dogs. But in-home training is perfect for tackling those things that only happen at home, like barking at the mail carrier or jumping on guests when they walk in the door. Okay, so you've done your research, you've looked up their certifications, and you've got a budget. The next step is to actually pick up the phone and talk to them. This is your interview to make sure they're the right person for the job. Think of this as your checklist. You want to hear them say positive reinforcement. You want to ask how they'll make a plan specifically for your dog, not just some cookie-cutter program. And asking how they track progress and if they're willing to work with your vet, that really separates the true professionals from the rest. Part of being a great dog owner is also knowing the local rules of the road. A good trainer is going to help you and your dog handle all the specific requirements for living right here in Silverdale and Kitsap County. Here's a simple but really important one to remember. Your dog's leash can't be longer than 8 feet in any public area in Kitsap County, unless it's a designated off-leash park. They do enforce this on trails and in local parks, so keep that in mind. And besides the leash law, just remember your dog has to be licensed with Kitsap County, and you'll need proof of a rabies vaccine for that. Also, good training can really help with excessive barking, which, let's be honest, can cause issues with the neighbors. Look, following the rules and putting in the work really pays off. It opens up this whole world of places that you and your well-behaved dog can go enjoy together right here in our area. And these spots are basically real-world classrooms. You can practice your dog's recall in the fenced-in safety of the Old Mill Park Dog Park. The trails at Island Lake Park are great for working on focus with all the new smells and sounds. And the Clear Creek Trail? It's the perfect place to practice polite leash walking when there are joggers and bikes around. Investing in the right training is about so much more than just teaching commands. It's about building a common language and a real bond of trust with your dog. A well-trained buddy makes every single part of your life better. Every walk, every time you have friends over, every day at home. It just makes things more enjoyable for everyone. We wish you the best of luck in finding that perfect partner for your training journey.